If you could start over, you wouldn't chase perfection, would you? You wouldn't wait for the right moment. You wouldn't try to please everyone just to be accepted. And if I could start over, I'd breathe more, pause more, and listen, not to the noise around me, but to that quiet voice within. Here's the truth. Most of us spend the first half of life running toward what we think will make us happy. And the second half, undoing the damage from that sprint. I remember standing in the mirror, looking at someone I didn't even recognize, exhausted, disconnected, smiling on the outside, but crumbling inside. And in that moment, something shifted in me. Growth is rarely loud, but it changes everything. If I could sit with you, just you, and tell you what I've learned, I'd start here. You don't have to earn your worth. You were born worthy. I tell you to stop tying your identity to your achievements. Start anchoring it to your values, to peace, to presence, to purpose. Being busy doesn't mean you're valuable. I used to wear my hustle like a badge until I realized I was burning myself out just to keep others warm. And I let fear choose which dreams I was allowed to pursue. But I hold on to one truth that changed everything. A man doesn't really start knowing himself until he's 30. And sometimes it takes even longer. Wisdom doesn't follow a schedule. It comes when you're ready to hear it. What version of yourself are you still carrying just because you're afraid to let them go? I get it. The world can be a hard place to find your identity. I know, because for a long time, I was anonymous, hiding in roles, expectations, achievements, anything but truth. Let me share a few truths I wish someone had told me sooner. You don't have to be healed to begin. I waited for years to feel ready, but I never did. Then one day, I took a shaky first step. Afraid, broken, unsure. And it changed everything. Healing doesn't happen before the journey. It happens on. Clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. I overthought myself into paralysis. But once I started moving, just one small step, things began to clear. Your future is waiting for you to stop asking permission. Boundaries aren't selfish. They are sacred. There were times I said yes when I meant no and carried the resentment for weeks. Saying no to what drains you is saying yes to what will grow you. Your emotions, they are not your enemy. I used to bury them, pretend I was fine. But emotions are messengers. They are there to teach you something. And the people you lose along the way, they were never meant to stay. What felt like rejection was often redirection. During the quietest years of my life, I finally met myself. I have been single for over 5 years, abstinent for more than 4. And it was in that stillness, in the absence of noise, that I uncovered the deepest parts of who I am. For most of my life, I thought the goal was happiness, but now I understand its alignment. Living a life that feels like it fits, not perfectly, but truthfully. And from that place, happiness finds you. We waste so much time thinking we have time. From our teens to our 20s, we're often just surviving. But eventually, something shifts and you realize time is the one thing you never get back. So starting over, it becomes sacred. Have you given yourself permission to stop surviving and start living? If you're feeling stuck, if you've been asking, is this all there is? Let me tell you, this message is for you. You can begin again, not with guilt, not with regret, but with wisdom. Everything you've walked through has brought you to this moment. You're not broken, you're becoming. Sometimes all it takes is a single truth, whispered at the right time, and everything shifts. You might be the strong one, the silent one, the one who never asks for help. If that's you, I see you. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're not behind. You're right where you need to be, to choose differently. You're allowed to reset. You're allowed to say, that version of me helped me survive, but I'm ready to live. More alignment, more truth, more peace. If you're in your 20s or 30s and just figuring things out, you're not behind. You're right on time. Wisdom doesn't follow a calendar. It shows up when your heart is ready. And if you're over 40 and just waking up to these truths, that's not failure. That's grace. Your timing might just be the message someone else needs to hear. If I could start over, I wouldn't erase the past. I'd just change how I show up in the present. Because this moment, right here, is all we ever really have. And maybe, just maybe, this is your moment to begin again. You don't need a new year, a new month, or a Monday to start again. You just need a moment. Let this be it. This is your moment. No more waiting. No more permission. No more hiding. You're allowed to begin again. Right here. Right now. Let this be it. If this message spoke to you, if it gave you even one moment of clarity, do this with me. Like the video. Share it with someone who needs it. Hit the notification bell and subscribe. Not for me, but for you. Because every week we go deeper. And the next video, it might be the one that changes everything.
There are important lessons in life many wish they had learned earlier. Here are a few truths that could change your perspective. Take risks. You miss 100% of the chances you don't take. Embrace opportunities as they come. Self-care is essential. You can't pour from an empty cup, so prioritize your own well-being and happiness. Time is your most valuable resource. Spend it wisely with those who truly matter and doing what you love. Forgiveness is powerful. Holding on to anger harms you more than the person you're upset with. Never stop learning. Every experience is an opportunity for growth, so stay curious and keep exploring.